Tonight we have a really special guest with us this evening. I don't know about you, but I get really scared when horror movies and any monster movies and things like that drive me crazy. Very, very scary for me. But I do admire the makeup artists to be able to do such special effects makeup that can really scare the hell out of me. And if you're interested in finding out how they do that, then stay tuned with us tonight because we have with us a professional special effects makeup artist, Cassie Miille. Welcome, Cassie.
Thank you for having me.
Very good. Now, at what age did you know that you might be interested in doing makeup? I mean, did you play with your mom's makeup or anything and try to do strange things?
Yeah, I spent time going through my mom's makeup box, but it was actually my brother who got me into the makeup. He would go out and play Army Man in our backyard. And so he would ask for me to do camouflage makeup all over his face.
Was this a younger brother or an
Yeah,
older
no,
brother?
younger brother.
Okay.
He's 2 years younger than I.
He's
and
really
so,
getting into it with the whole makeup on the face.
Oh, I know. He went all out, the wardrobe, everything. So I would, paint sticks and bugs and leaves all over his face, or, your regular camouflage makeup. And we would go out and we would crawl in the dirt and, play with our fake guns. And it was so much fun. So that's kind of how I got started.
Now, did your parents ever think that was really strange that you're doing this full face makeup for your brother in order to portray this army man?
No, I don't think so. My mom's a painter, so she was like, paint your face, paint your body, paint, the kitchen cabinets, whatever.
Really? That's pretty open.
Well, of course with supervision, but, so that's kind of, she was all for it as long as, I didn't hurt him or, anything like that.
Did you ever do anything like make him look like he got hurt? I mean, like
for Halloween one time, he pulled he got an appliance, which is like a fake neck piece that has like a cut in it, or like a fake bullet hole that are pre-assembled. All you do is just glue them to your face.
Those are called appliances?
Appliances, yeah. They look like this.
Okay. Look, we have a visual. Which is that now? That
this is a bullet hole, so you can kind of put it right up to your head.
We'll put it right up here if you guys can see that. That's a bullet hole right there.
So that's basically called an appliance, and you can buy them when it's Halloween's around. You can buy, neck pieces, jaws, skeletons, and basically you just glue them to your face. So he had bought one and brought it home and had no idea how to do it. So I spent, days just researching on how to do it perfectly. And then when Halloween came, I applied this appliance to his neck, and it was pretty cool.
So how old were you then?
Ooh, I'm gonna say maybe 10.
You can say whatever you want because I don't know, so you lie.
No, I remember I was pretty young. Yeah, definitely before middle school. So yeah, somewhere there. But I would stay up like 2 or 3 in the morning when everyone was asleep, and I had these big mirrors on my closet door, and I would just sit in front of them and put cuts and bruises, and I would just play on myself. I didn't have any other friends that wanted to look like that, so.
I just think your poor mother, oh my God, she would never know if you actually really were hurt.
I know, and that's what, my brother would, him and I would get in a fight over, the television or something like that, and he would, we would just get in fist fights, and so I would go in my room and quickly do a fake black eye or bruise or something, and come to my mom and start crying to her about how my brother used to beat me up or did this just to get him in trouble. So
that's horrible, Cassie. That is really mean. I bet, has he forgiven you?
I think so, yeah. I think he yeah, I hope so.
So you wanted to be a makeup artist for the movies, and where does one go to school for that? Is there a special makeup academy or something like that?
There's a couple of schools that are out there that do offer makeup from your basic makeup application, which is usually referred to as beauty makeup, to your special effects makeup, and even casting. Which is when they make masks.
Okay. What are those masks made out of anyway?
They're made out of tons. Most of it's silicone. Some of it is certain types of rubber. But basically, you just cast your face. Basically, you put a plaster around your face. Once you take it off, you have a replica of your head, and then you can reshape it to, have a witch nose and a chin, and then, cover it in the silicone. And it's a lot of fun. I'm actually taking a class right now. So. Back to your question is, in LA there's tons of great makeup schools that offer 6-month training, 8-hour days in makeup. Around here, the Academy of Art University offers a couple of classes, which I'm currently enrolled in, and that's where I've learned a lot of good techniques to the special effects.
So it would be like for your final, you have to put a gash that's believable. And
Yeah, well, so for my final, my thesis project, I have to make a mask. So right now we have to do at least a nose and a chin. So I'm going to do like a really big bulbous nose and a really long chin, and then I'm going to make it into like a pharaoh or an Egyptian. So I'm going to do like a big tattoo. I'm going to put a bald cap on, maybe a wig. I'm going to have the big pharaoh chin and some black, scrolls on the eyes and stuff like that. But that's what, my final will be.
now, do you do that to yourself for your final? I mean, do you have to be your own model, or do they give you makeup models?
We actually work on each other.
Okay.
So you can kind of learn one of the big key points of makeup is learning, touch, how firm you have to put your brush. So when people do it to you, you can understand what you're doing to your model. So yeah, so I made a cast of my face and I'll be applying it to myself, but I can also apply it to someone else if I want to.
Now, you're saying that you're making masks. How, in relationship to Benjamin Buttons, we were just talking about that movie, how does something like that get done? I mean, is that computer animation or computer graphics, CGI, or is that special effects makeup, or do you know how that came to be?
Yeah, well, again, what they did was they did a life casting, which they casted from the shoulders, the whole head. So you have Brad Pitt's body here, and then
I want that job.
I know, right? And then they have sculptors that come in, usually makeup artists, sometimes sculptors, and they just take tools and they finally, in this case, he was old, turning young, so they did they sculpted on these busts of Brad Pitt, fine lines, wrinkles, sags in the eyes, and then they made like little foam pieces from that, applied it to the face, and then took photos of it. And they did that for every aging stage in the movie. Then what they did is, because at the beginning he's a little kid, he's pretty short, what they did is, at least I'm told, is that they took the video of him in this makeup and they CGI'd it onto a little boy's body. So,
That's just freaky.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie yet, but okay. I'm
No,
going
I
to be
mean,
seeing
it's
it a whole
flawless.
different way.
You would never know it was CGI. But there's a magazine called Makeup Artist Magazine out right now, and they have a great article about Benjamin Button and, anything else if you're interested in makeup as well. It's a great resource. So they talk a lot about the Benjamin Button process.
So how long is a process like that to do? So the actor has to come in early in the morning and he has to have this latex mask or silicone mask put on with like spirit gum or something to hold it on, and then has to do all his lines with this big, huge, heavy thing hanging on him.
Yeah, I mean, it could, again, depending on the process, it could take anywhere from a half hour to 7 hours. In The Matrix, when Keanu Reeves was completely shaven and he had plugs down his back, that itself took, I believe, 7 hours to do. So he'd have to
Wait a minute, 7 hours?
7 hours, yeah.
Every day?
Every day, every shooting day.
How much time did they have left to shoot?
Well, that's the thing, is you have to get up at sometimes 2 or 3 in the morning, and you shoot a 12-hour day.
I guess it doesn't matter if you look really bad because you're covered over with makeup.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why they get paid so much. But, and a lot of actors actually like when, again, aging makeup, when you put the makeup on, it actually gets them into character a little bit more. So, when you're working with your artist, sometimes in the trailer, they'll be running lines, and that's how they'll kind of prep or get into their character while they're in the makeup trailer, so.
Wow, very interesting. So does the makeup, once you do it for film, does it look as real and really scary in person, or is it something when it's in the film with the lighting and everything that it really comes to life?
I would say for film, it looks pretty real off-state or off-camera as it does on camera. When you're doing theater makeup, that's a little bit different. There, you have to really go overboard. Really, make the lips huge, because you got to think your audience is sitting up in this grandstand really high, far away. They're not going to be able to see your eyelashes, so you have to wear fake eyelashes. Whereas film and television, the camera lens is maybe, a few feet, so you don't really need to go overboard like that.
Now, do you have a favorite effect that you like to do, your specialty?
Well, the bruises are always my favorite, but I don't necessarily have a favorite effect, but I do have a favorite product, and that's my scab blood.
Oh, okay.
I
So
have some
show
of
us
it
some.
here.
You have it's scab blood.
Yes, it's called fresh scab. So this is blood that
Oh, no, it's not.
this is
It's
blood.
called fresh scab.
It's fresh scab.